Okay, so today is April 1st, 2026, and Integral Views has something really important to tell us. I think we need to listen to this. This will be big. Okay, let's go.
Hi, my name is Abdul and this is my channel Integral Views. I have a confession to make, and it's a big one. This has been eating me alive. I've been living a lie, and it's about time I told you the truth about me. On my channel so far, I've made an entire video series about illegal migration into the United Kingdom and the massive harm that it causes. I've made a video about the illegal migrant hotel that's 200 meters away from my house and the behavior of the migrants in the local area.
Yes, those are very good videos, and I highly recommend them. Okay, let's continue.
I've also made a video about how illegal migration is pushing British men to the brink. So I've covered illegal migration in quite a lot of detail on my channel already. But now I have a bombshell to drop on you, unfortunately. I am an illegal migrant who arrived in Britain on a dinghy in 2022. Now I know this might be shocking and hard to believe.
Oh, this is so shocking and so hard to believe. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that.
So I'm providing this photo evidence that was me crossing the channel in 2022 on my VIP dinghy, and it was captured by a passing drone. I was born Abdul Abdulmaladad in Afghanistan circa 1992 in a family of 10. I married my first cousin when she was 15 years old, and we had our first child. Unfortunately, my child has disabilities. When I was 20 years old, my neighbor, Bharat, he got himself a smartphone, and he got very slow internet access with this smartphone. And for the first time, we got to see what life was like in Europe and America. We got to see Arnold Schwarzenegger, "I'll be back." And I thought, yeah, that's the life for me. But America and Hollywood is just so far away and so difficult to get to. But Britain, well, that's closer, and I guess that'll have to do. And rumours spread around the village that a local businessman could arrange for people to leave Afghanistan and move to Europe, the land of riches.
Yeah, so I don't know what they call them in Afghanistan, but there are people like that in a lot of different countries, and I know the ones in Mexico they call coyotes.
And so, long story short, I worked hard and I got the money I needed, and I set off on my journey to my new life. I'd also managed to get myself a smartphone in this time, and I was watching TikToks, and I had Snapchat where I was seeing other individuals making the same journey and looking at what was awaiting us when we got to Britain, the life that we were going to live. So I left my cousin wife and my child with disabilities in Afghanistan, and off I went to my new life, okay? Now, I was going to send money back to my poor family from the land of riches, Britain, once I got there. Then on one fateful summer's day in 2022, I got on my VIP dinghy in France and came across the channel. When I arrived in Britain, I was greeted. Clearly, they were very happy that I'd arrived. They really wanted me in Britain. They took me, whisked me up, put me in a luxury hotel, gave me food, new clothes, and everything that I needed. It was quite amazing. Clearly, they really wanted me there. They were very welcoming. And the food I had, it was amazing. Buffet style in a lovely restaurant, 4-star hotel. Just amazing, perfect. And on top of the money that I was given by the government and the food and the hotel room, etc., I also worked as an Uber delivery driver. So I was quite well off. I had quite a lot of money. It was fantastic. Much better than Afghanistan, that's for sure. Very happy that I made the journey. Absolutely. Now, I was sending money back to my cousin wife and my disabled child, so I was a local hero for that. I was supporting them, sending money back from the United Kingdom. And whilst I was in France awaiting my VIP dinghy trip across the channel into the United Kingdom, I prepared what I had to say in the interviews when I arrived so that I would get refugee status. And I got that from TikTok and Snapchat and a lot of other people, lovely people who were involved. Now, I didn't speak any English back then. I am a fast learner, as you could probably tell. But a translator was provided, so no problem whatsoever. And they were very easy to convince. I got the impression they really wanted me to be here. And it turns out that I did say the right thing in those interviews because I was granted refugee status. And now I have free food and housing for the foreseeable future. Quite amazing. And I'm also given money by the United Kingdom government, who are incredibly generous. Clearly, as I said, they really want me to be here. They must be very happy that I've come across because they're giving me so much. So now I've got my refugee status and now I'm given money as well. And they put me in a house as well that they're paid for. It's amazing. So I do a bit of Uber delivery driving and I use that money and send it back to Afghanistan for my wife and disabled child. And on top of that, I got to go back to see her and visit in 2024. But because of the generosity of the United Kingdom government, I managed to do that using plane tickets. So it was the first time I'd ever been in an airplane and it was amazing. So, and also by
Yeah, visiting them and then coming back. That is really something, isn't it?
the way, there was an Arnold Schwarzenegger film on the plane. So thank you very much to the UK government. I got to go and see them. I was greeted as a hero, as the provider, got back on the plane and came back. Britain must be so rich to be able to do this for everyone. If this is done for me, then imagine how all of the British citizens are living. They must all be living an amazing luxury life if they do this for me. Now, the next thing I want to do is to bring my wife and disabled child over to the United Kingdom to live with me so that we can reunite. And I know, I've heard, that actually the government will give me even more money if they come over and stay with me. And also for my disabled child, the healthcare is remarkably good here. Actually, whilst I was waiting for my refugee status when I was in my hotel, I had to see a doctor and I was given a taxi to drive over an hour to go and see the doctor. And then they drove me back. It's incredible that this is the way that everybody in Britain lives. Now, I know that I probably should have told you this from the beginning of my channel, and I hope that you can forgive me.
Okay, so I think that's basically the end of this video because it's just bloopers from now on. So this video will be, the link will be in the description, and I really liked it. Yes, I really liked this video. Thank you, Integral Views, for your wonderful April 1st video. That was super cool.